Hey, welcome back to my channel, y'all. Took a few days off, and I am back with a review. This is Clickbait Unfollowed. That's the name of the movie. It's on Tubi. It came out this year. It's not too new. It came out a few months ago, but this is my first time seeing it as I was scrolling, looking for something to watch, right? And so I was reading, and I was like, okay, some influencers at this house. It's a horror movie with social media incorporated in it. So I'm like, this is probably going to be good, right? So we have all different kind of influencers. We have Peach, we have the heavyset girl with the pigtails. I think her name was Moo or something. Parker, the little boy, and his stage mom. This one guy who was a total a-hole. I forgot his name. I don't even know why he was there. A yoga instructor. This guy that was really into fitness, and I want to say that was it. So we find out after the first challenge is complete, the person that loses dies. So it's pretty much Squid Games for influencers, right? So off the rip, my favorite character is Peach. He's the black guy, the gay black guy who his face is beat to the gods, right? He was the only one that was like kind of like hesitant, like, hold on, wait a minute. We're signing these disclosures, where did this come from? Where did that come from? Like, everybody else is just like, oh my God, I can make content, woo, woo, woo. So he was my favorite. I knew he was going to make it. I just didn't know how he was going to make it. I said, he's going to win this, right? So what, something I like with this is the killings in this were very unique, right? Like how they killed the guy that was the a-hole that I didn't like, and I don't even see how he had a social media fan base. The way they killed him, I was covering my eyes because they pretty much blew his ass up. Just filled him full of air, blew his ass up, right? Now, one of the people that I couldn't stand the most was Parker's mom, the little boy's mom. She was a stage mom. Parker did not want to be there. He wanted to go home. Even after seeing the first guy get killed, she still stayed. And here's the thing that's crazy, and I feel like this would happen in real life. The lady on the screen, the one who's controlling all the like games and stuff that they have to play to try to win this prize, make it out alive, she said, if you leave the house, we delete your whole account. And that's all people had to see to stay. And I really feel like if, let's say you have some psychopaths that really have something like that going on, I think people that have really big followings, especially you making money off of this, I think they would stay and try to win to keep from having their account deleted. Like, it's so crazy. Like, social media is a really big part of our lives. So the part that kills me, they put Parker in a casket, right? Like, how I'm referencing back to Squid Games. You know how in Squid Games they had the little, like, the mask on, the whatever. Okay, so they had them on these people too. The people that were like orchestrating these events for the influencers, right? She saw them put her son in a casket. We don't know if he's dead or what. She was it was like she was free to be a content creator herself. And she didn't have to have the burden of having a kid. Like, less than, I would say, an hour later, she was bent over the couch getting her back blown out by Mr. A-hole, of course, before he got killed. And I'm like, wow, like, you're not about nothing. She was trash. So the whole time, Peach is like the voice of reason. And I really liked his character because if I was in a horror movie, I feel like I would be like Peach. Like, hold on, I'm questioning everything. Like, what's going on? Okay? So, the mom ended up dying or getting killed, but they didn't show her death. I'll say this. I like this movie for its uniqueness. It's different, and I do like how it's incorporating social media life, because it is such a big part of our lives. And I think that it's something to think about. Like, is your account so important to you that you will literally risk your life, right? So Peach and the yoga girl team up because we find out the yoga girl actually recognizes the woman speaking in the thing because they worked together or something. So while I'm watching this, I'm like, okay, so I wonder if Peach and the yoga girl are gonna, find some kind of way to escape together. Because at this point, I'm thinking, the little boy, he's gone, which I was surprised because I'm thinking they're gonna keep him alive, right? So we wind all the way down where Peach thinks he's gonna win because he's the only one left, but come to find out they didn't kill Parker and he's still alive. So he's having to choose between his life or Parker's life, right? What would you do in that situation? I think it's easy for everyone to say they would let the child live and they would die, right? But I guess that's one of those scenarios you literally have to be in it for you to, because you say that now. But when you're there, especially if it's not your child, some random child, I would like to think I would sacrifice my life for a child, because it's like they haven't lived as long as you. Kids are the future. That's what Whitney said. Protect the babies at all costs, right? So when they were about to fry his ass in the water, and this is the thing, the way they were killing people though, like it wasn't like just a clear shot to the head or something. They were blowing people up. The first dude, he was on a treadmill and he couldn't stop, and then when he finally slid off, he fell up against some spears. It's like, dang, you showing no mercy, right? Something else that I found interesting about this and that I liked is that the evil villains were women. We don't see women be evil villains in horror movies unless they're connected to some kind of trauma, like she got killed and now her ghost is haunting everybody or something like that. These women were just straight up like, look, we're proving to you that social media is, just terrible for the world, so we're going to kill all y'all during this Squid Games-esque event going on, right? So I thought that was really interesting. I actually think if I'm not mistaken, the director is a woman. So shouts out to her. So when Peach was in this pool, I'm like, how's he going to get out of this, right? Because he's the only one. It's either him or Parker. Only one person could leave a house alive. And then he told them right before she was about to pull the lever, he was like, I didn't sign my disclosure, which he didn't. So technically, he was there against his will in a way because he didn't sign it, because the yoga girl signed it for him, right? So I didn't even think about that when I was watching him in the pool. So of course we know the evil villains, they ended up frying in the pool and all that. And Peach and Parker end up walking off into the sunset. And Peach finds Parker's mom's head in this box. Because I was wondering how she died. I still don't know. We know she got decapitated some kind of way, right? So, yeah, and that was it. I enjoyed it. So, a little bit more on the review. I just wanted to recap so you can know what I'm talking about, just in case you happen to watch this and not watch the movie, right? First of all, I say this all the time. Y'all are sleeping on Tubi movies. Not everybody that's watching this, but if you run across this, I'm serious. Like, I understand Tubi may not have the reputation of definitely not Netflix, but maybe not even like Hulu or something, or Max or whatever. But I just like how Tubi has created this, I guess you could say, niche market. Like, you have and this was a Tubi original as well. So this is from Tubi Studios. I want to do some research on how to get a movie made with Tubi, right? Because that would be pretty cool. But if you like I don't know if I should put this in the comedy horror category. It has some comedy in it. But if you want something that's a different horror film that reflects reality that we have now, I would definitely check out Clickbait, Unfollowed. So Just looking at my little notes here. Like I said, I liked it. I liked that it wasn't really predictable. Like we knew only one person would leave. We just didn't know how. Again, I like how the villains were women and they were just evil all their own. They weren't tied to some kind of something happened to them. And, you know, it was just like, hey, you know, we're Dr. Evil. That one woman, the one that was talking in the camera, I think her sister or something ripped her face off. I think her sister was a real psychopath. And she was like, I guess went crazy because she ripped her face off. Because she had this like saw mass bone structure thing going on. If you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. So let me know what you think about this movie. And how do you feel about movies having, you know, social media technology involved in it, right? If you look at movies of any era, it always reflects what's happening in real life. Art imitating life, right? All right, so shout out to my 97 subscribers. Shout out to the rest of you as well who are not subscribed, but you know you can by hitting that button for me. Peace and blessings to you all. Until next time.